Hey, it's Clay Chart, and this will be a video chart on an oil chart. As we all know, oil dictates gasoline prices, and oil can play a pretty big role in all economic activity. So it's one of those areas of the economy that you want to keep an eye on because worldwide, domestically, it plays a big role. Um, this I'm going to take a look at just a little shorter time frame, 4 months, mainly because we all know what happened. Oil really fell off a cliff, then it stabilized, and now we're kind of in a bounce period. So if everybody remembers, it took a big dive, finally started to go sideways, and now we're finally in an uptrend, another move again. But right now we're just going to focus pretty much on this section of the chart, which is basically what we're looking at here. I kind of want to just take it even a shorter term period and look at the past 2 months, mainly because as you all know, summer is stereotypically the time when gas prices are supposed to be the highest. That's when people are traveling and all that good stuff. And since we're kind of starting to come out of the summer months and entering into the fall, just kind of be interesting to see from a charting perspective what sorts of support levels and so forth we have underneath us. In case of any pullbacks, we'll kind of get an idea of what kind of key price levels we're looking at. So with that being said, the first thing I want to highlight is the little resistance break we did get, or excuse me, I'm sorry, we did not get. As you can see, by taking this resistance point and this resistance point, you can see it did just almost right spot on of forecasting where this resistance level is going to be at. So let me get up on my soapbox real quick. Just the power of charting. By taking 2 points and then drawing a simple trend line, did a real nice job of forecasting where this resistance level was going to be. So if you don't believe in charts, these are one of these situations where it's kind of hard to argue. And even if you want to argue that that's a self-fulfilling prophecy, well, so be it. But I'd still rather know where those self-fulfilling prophecies are going to tend to occur at. Anyways, we're basically sitting, flirting, right on the doorstep of this key resistance level right here. So it could fall tomorrow, no, really easily, or we might be ready to pull back again if we get denied here. But bottom line is we're kind of at either a make or break it type thing. If we pull back, then it'll be interesting to see if we can put in a higher low, or if we break through. It's kind of one of those things where, all right, how high are we going to go this time? But with that being said, assuming we do get through that line, one of the minor resistance levels we'll still have is just pretty much this high up here, the 73.90. So if you want to make, for simplicity's sake, just say $74 a barrel, that will be our key resistance level to get through, assuming this trend line, downtrend line, can get broken here. But these are going to be the two shorter term resistance levels I'm looking at. Both this section of the downtrend line, and then if that falls, the $74 range up here. Now in terms of support, our short-term support, and when I'm saying short-term, I mean short-term in terms of a couple weeks, is right here at $69 a barrel, which is taken from this spot right here. After that, we have right around 66.37 is the exact amount as another support. And what I'm going to do, because it just makes my life a little easier, is just create a support zone here. So we'll just call it between $66 and $69. We'll call this a little miniature support zone in the short run. Now in terms of more of an overall support zone, we have this one right here. This is more of a crucial and bigger one, because if this falls right here, this area, the price could really take a tumble. There is one thing that definitely needs to be pointed out, and that is the 200-day simple moving average here, which is sloping underneath us price wise. So even if, let's say, this support zone does fall, so we have two support zones. I mean, I could do something like this to help differentiate. Here we have our shorter term support zone, and then down here we have kind of more of a longer term one. So keep that in mind. These are both support zones, shorter term, more of a longer term one. But even if this longer term one does fail, we got the big bad 200-day simple moving average sitting right underneath us. So I don't want to go too far ahead of that, just because it's one of those things where who knows, even if this short-term zone will fail, for all we know, this could bust out of these resistance levels and head higher. So I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. But we will definitely update the chart if it needs to be. Either way, if it breaks out to the upside, I'll be back with some more resistance levels, and I'll have to pull back a longer time frame chart. Whereas if it breaks to the downside, we have some information over here that will help kind of dictate where these support levels will be at. So kind of a play it by ear right now and see what the price does. But we are at a really interesting point here. Either going to get rejected and head back down, and then we have these support zones that are going to see if they can hold up, or we're going to blast through it. So the rest of this week and next week should be pretty interesting in terms of oil, and I'm just curious to see where it's going to settle going into the fall months here. So that wraps up the daily chart here on oil. I'd encourage you to look down at the post and look for the free ebook. If you click on that and sign up for my newsletter, you will receive a free ebook immediately that goes over some trading strategies and so forth. Plus, it just gets you subscribed to the newsletter, which has a lot of things that get sent out on it, whether it be chart plays or fundamental plays, some articles, or just hot stock plays that we're watching. As an emailer, we've been doing pretty well. 15%, 10%. Had some real nice gains on some penny stocks from 50% up to 75%. So everybody's been making some good money. So I'd encourage you to sign up that, and it is all free. So that's the best part. If you do have any other questions though on the oil chart, please send me a message. I will do my best to get the question answered and get you squared away. But if not, thanks for listening.